Good day. So the next 6 questions on the January 2020 paper deal with statistics and probability. Number 39, the first one on this paper, dealing with median. So they have several measures of central tendency or average, and median is one of them. We will look at the others after this question. So the median is the middle value. I want the exact number in the middle. Just think about the median in a highway. It's in the middle. So the way to get the middle value, you have to put them in ascending or descending order first. In this question, it's already in ascending order from smallest to biggest. And to get the middle, we just pay off the ends. So these two numbers pay off and eliminated. These two pay off and eliminated. These two pay off and eliminated. These two pay off and eliminated. But if I was to pay off these two, I'll end up with nothing. So once I end up with a middle two numbers, I have to find the average of these two numbers. Sometimes we get the exact middle. If those are odd amount of numbers, we had 10 numbers here. So we didn't get exact middle, so we want the number in between 6 and 7. So I have to find the average of 6 and 7 by adding up 6, add 7. Sorry. So 6 add 7, 13 over 2, half a 13. So the median in this case was 6.5. So closely related to this, these are the other measures of central tendency or averages that we have. Mean, mode, median. I'll just include range since it was easier to include the range here one time. So the different averages we have. The mean is what we normally do to find the average. Add up all the numbers and divide by the average. The amount of numbers we add up. We just saw the median is the middle number. The mode is the most popular number. The numbers that occurs the most. So in this one, this example here, the scores obtained by 11 students in a competition are recorded below. They're not in any particular order, but for the mode, they don't have to be in any order. The modal score means the score which occurred the most. And by looking at it, just looking at it, I see 3 occur 4 times, 6 occur twice, 8 occur twice, the rest occur once. So since 3 occurred the most, whichever is the most popular or occurs most frequently is the mode, which takes me to number 41 while we're here one time. So again, I'm just skipping since this one deals with something similar. The frequency of scores obtained by students in a test, and they have the small frequency table here. We will go into frequency tables in detail in the next section. So what this means is these are the scores that the different students would have gotten: 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11. 8 students scored 2, 4 students scored 3, 6 students scored 5, 3 students scored 6, 12 students scored 8, 2 students scored 11. The modal score is the score which occurred the most. So 8 occurred the most because 8 occurred 12 times. 12 students got a score 8, so that's how we get the mode. 8 occurred 12 times. Here is the next one, the range. The heights in centimeters, and they give you the heights of the students. And the range is just the highest value in my group of numbers minus the lowest value in my group of numbers or group of data. So the highest value was 170, the lowest value was 150. And I find the difference between the highest and lowest to see how my data was spread. 170 take away 150, be 20. A next example to show you where it was not in order. And most of the time these questions, you might have several questions based on the information that they give you. This is one such question. So 259878, the first thing they want is the modal score, the score that occurred more than everybody else. You can see 8 occurred twice. 8 is the mode. The median score is the middle value, but unlike the one earlier, this is not in order, so we need to put it in order first. So if I'm going to put it in order, 2, 5, 7, 8, 8, 9, and then I pay off the ends now that it's in order. 2 and 9 going to pay off, 5 and 8 going to pay off, so I'm left with 2 numbers in the middle, 7 and 8. So get the average of 7 and 8, or in between 7 and 8, however you want to look at it. Halfway between 7 and 8, I'm going to have 7.5, or half of 15. However, look at 7.5. You realize when you look at median yet, and the median questions are actually the more difficult questions on the multiple choice paper. So if the mean of 4 numbers, 4, 8, 2x, and 12, those are the 4 numbers, is 10, they want the value of x. So to get the mean, I'm supposed to add up the numbers I have. So 4 plus 8 plus 2x plus 12. I want to add up the 4 numbers. I'm going to divide by how much numbers add up. That's how we normally find the mean. And they tell me the answer this time. The mean is 10. So they already give me the answer, and I need to solve for x. So what this mean is, I could clean this up a little bit. 12 at 8, 20 at 4. So 24 plus 2x is equal, all over 4 is equal to 10. But what divided by 4 going to give me 10? Or in other words, this is still algebra. I'm going to cross multiply. So that means all of this will be 10 by 4. So 24 plus 2x is really 40. Because 40 divided by 4 is 10. And we're getting that when we cross multiply. That's where my algebra going to come in. And then I just solve for x. Carry across the positive 24 to become minus 24. So x will be 16 over 2. So my answer overall is 8. And if you want to just double check, 12 add 8, 20, 24 add 16, 8 twos, we give them 40, 14 to 4, again the mean is 10. They have the same exact question, and they have this question in several different forms as well, with different numbers, but they have the same exact one, and instead of 2x, they're going to have x, so my answer is going to work out to 16, but you'll see that in some of the other past paper questions. But this is a popular form they bring the question in. Look at the next form here. The mean of the numbers 2x, 3x, 4x, and 3x all over 4. The mean is 12, and you have to be careful with this one. They didn't ask for x like the last one. The last one asked to find for x. This one asks for the sum of the numbers, meaning what all of these numbers going to add up to. So in other words, when I cross multiply 12 fours, these numbers 2x plus 3x plus 4x, which we could have eaten up, but they didn't ask for it, will be 12 fours, 48. So the sum of the numbers is going to be 48, and that's why you have to be careful when you're reading your questions, because that's what they asked for in this one, what the sum of the numbers is going to be. If I was to solve for this is going to work out to 12x. 12x is equal to 4, so x will be 48 over 12. 12x is equal to 48, 48 over 12, so the answer would have been 4. But they asked for the sum of the numbers and not for x. In a different past paper, they could ask for x though. One more to finish off this one. This is one that comes ever so often. Sometimes it ends up in the money section though, because it's dealing with wages and salaries, but it is dealing with statistics as well, so I'm going to cover it here one time. So this company has gardeners and clerks. One gardener a day, I have to pay them $26. So for the 12 gardeners I have on my payroll, it's going to be 12 by 26, and I have to work this out the long way. 12 sixes are 72, 12 twos 24, add the 7 from the 72, so $312 is the bill for my gardeners. I also have some clerks working for me, so one clerk makes $17 a day, and I have 8 clerks on my payroll, so 8 by 17, again I have to do it the long way. 8 sevens are 56, 1 8 is 8, add 5 is 13 from the 56. So in total, I have 20 employees as the boss of this company, and I pay these 20 employees because they start talking about employees now. These are the employees that we have. So for the day, this is my daily wage for these employees. So 312 plus 136, 448. And I want the average for one employee, meaning add up all the numbers, which turn out to 448, and divide it by how much employees I have. So one employee will be 448 over 20. 2 into all of this and move the 0.1 space back, I'm going to end up with 2240. So that's just to show you if this question comes again. Sometimes it might come in the money section.